Well, I finished entering my learning objectives, and the next step is performance standards. If you're coming back into the system, you need to click Course Competencies in the left navigation bar, and then choose Course Competencies. There are 3 tabs available. I happen to be on Learning Objectives, but we want to get to Performance Standards. So I'll click Performance Standards, and as you can see, I have nothing displayed. I want to remember to click the Edit button in the upper right. The first thing I need to do is make sure I have my competencies selected. So I'm going to work on the first competency. I need to add an assessment strategy, and there are a number of them available in the drop-down list. Mine happens to be a written product, so I'll click that and click Save. So my assessment strategy is displayed. Then I'm going to scroll down and go to the criteria lead-in, and I'll make that choice, and then I'm ready to add my criterion. So there are 3 ways to add criterion. We could click Add Criterion to just add them. We could import them from a text file, or we could import them from a bank or library. In this case, I want to look in a library to see if there's some criterion already set up for me. So I'm going to click that choice. We're going to want to click Libraries in the upper left, and it displays a number of type of projects. So I'm going to scroll down until I can find, okay, here's one that looks like it's close to what I want, which is a written product. Click the plus sign, and it gives me some criteria. All of these look like they would apply, so I can click the checkbox to the left of criteria, and it will select them all. Now, if one of these doesn't make sense, I can uncheck it or recheck it. Once I have that checked, I can click Save. So I've added some of these criterion, but they aren't complete. I need to add some additional criterion for this particular project. So I'm going to click Add Criterion, and I'm going to add my additional criterion. Now I have several of them, so I'm going to add the second one. So they are listed in this order. Now, from my perspective, I would like You Analyze Audience Needs to be listed first. So I can reorder these, and what I do is I click in the white area to the right of the text. I hold my mouse down, and it will move it for me. So I can move that to number 1. I want the other criterion that I entered to be second, so I'm going to grab that one and move it. So you can control the order of all your criterion right here. So I've finished that for this competency. I'm going to go up and click Save because I don't want to lose anything I've done. So I've saved that, and now I'm ready to look at another competency. So I'm going to go to the second competency. I need to choose my assessment strategy, and this happens to be, I'm going to choose a project. So I'll click Save, and now I can go down. I have to choose my criteria lead-in, and I'm ready to add my criteria. Well, I have mine already listed in a text file, so I'm going to import from text. And you can see, like we did with learning objectives, that I could paste those right in. And then I need to click Process Text. I can see how they look. I check the box to the left of Item to Import, and it selects them all. I could unselect something if I didn't want it. So I will click Add Selected Items, and they're all listed. So that's another way you can enter your criterion. All right, I'm going to skip to the fourth competency because I want to show you a different option. So this competency, the project and the criterion are very similar from the first competency. So what I can do is I can add my assessment strategy, which will be a written product. And then I can go down to the import from a bank or library, and this is a place where I can copy from either another course or this course. Now this happens to be from this course, so I'm going to put in the catalog number and search for it. So there it is. I'll click on the title, and it lists my competencies. I happen to know it's under the first one, and there are the performance standards. So I could click the checkbox to the left of the performance standards, and it's going to select them all. Now you'll notice the strategy is selected as long as with the criterion. We only want the criterion, so I will uncheck that. And I like having them all in there. On the bottom, I'll click Save, and they are all displayed. I could reorder these if I need to, but in this case, I'm done, so I will click Save. So I've just entered the performance standards for my competencies and learning objectives. I hope this helps you. Talk to you later.